What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. If you're new, I like to react to video game music. I myself am a musician. I check out music from games I've never played or heard about. And in this case, I have heard about this game. Mass Effect 2. Big game. Never played it, never got around to it. This is Suicide Mission. So a first for the channel, Mass Effect. And this is going to be a birthday request for Garvin Rue. Sorry, I messed that up. Let's just get right into it. I don't know what to expect, per usual, but this game is massive. Haha, see what I did? Let's go. Suicide Mission. Don't mind the glasses, the sun is just beaming at my face right now. I've seen like little bits and pieces of this game, and it looks like it's like a futuristic type of thing. That's all I know. I think. I think. Oh, we went down. French horn? Build up? Or will it stay like this? Extremely ambient. Probably a significant plot point of the game. This has very emotional too, especially with the song title. Suicide Mission from Mass Effect 2. Okay. Well, there's a couple things to say about it, but not much. And I'll explain my reasoning. And I've said this now kind of multiple times. And there is just some music in games that are strictly 100 million thousand percent there to serve a purpose. They are ambient. And it's almost like, for lack of a better word, it's almost like they do nothing to a first-time listener unless you're experiencing this game. So to me, I was trying to, instead of kind of like say, well, I got nothing from that, I was trying to kind of put myself into a kind of makeshift scenario when that would play, because the song title is pretty significant, right? Like, this is probably a big mission, a big plot point. It just reminds me of like movie stuff, kind of like the Terminator. I got that a lot, you know, just big kind of just driving ambience that just serves a purpose. And it's funny because I don't want people to think that I don't like this music, because that's completely separate from bad music per se, where it's insufferable and I don't want to listen to it. This is more like somewhere in between. Think of it as just kind of neutral. You know, if 1 through 10, 10 is like, oh wow, this is, you know, I'm gonna remember this, and this was you know, really catchy or whatever, and then 1 would be just garbage. It's just somewhere like in a 5. It just kind of has, it's just there. And don't mistake that again for not liking it, as I'm approaching it as a musician, as a first-time listener, because I can almost promise you, if you sent this to any one of your friends or something, and you're like, hey, check out this song, and you just stare at them reacting to it for a couple seconds, it's probably going to be the same thing. They're just going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a neutral, kind of dry response. And that is not to take away from the pure talent that, you know, whoever arranged this, because it's clearly well made, and it's serving the purpose. But I can guarantee you, with everything that is in my being, that if I was hearing that in its proper part of the story and I'm already invested into it, it'd be like, oh wow, you know, this is actually like significantly touching, because it did sound touching. It did have a little bit of emotional, somber quality to it. But as a first time listener, it's just kind of there to me. And, you know, it happens. You know, I can't love every single thing that comes my way, but it also is kind of charming, because at the same time, if I did love every single thing that came my way, this might get boring. And I don't ever want to be bored. You know what I mean? So it's kind of still shifting me around different emotions. So in a way, it's kind of serving its purpose in a different way. I would listen to this kind of stuff again for a purpose, and again, I don't mean this in a mean way, but to go to sleep, or to relax or something. Like, maybe I'm at a spa, or, you know, shower or something like that. Like, it's just more just type of thing, and that's okay. That's okay. But as far as remembering it and sticking with me, it won't. And I'm just being honest. And I want to hear your guys' take on this, as opposed to just hearing me say it, because I don't want you to be like, oh, he doesn't like this, you know, I'm done watching him. I want you to kind of open your mind and see things in a different light, and then just have your perspective on it. So when I react to these things, I want kind of like a collective reaction from everyone else that hasn't heard this before, not just the people that have heard this before. Because from what I'm noticing, a lot of my audience is pretty much 50-50. They've heard it or they've never heard it, and they're just watching it because I am watching it. So I'm just as curious. Don't let me influence your decision, but I'm just curious as to how you felt about this and what you think of it. But for me, nothing wrong with it. It just does nothing to me because I need everything else to go with it. I feel like if you want the sandwich to be complete, you can't just have one piece of bread. You need everything else. You know what I mean? My analogies suck, but yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a cool song, but I wish I had more context. This is 8 million views, by the way. Damn. So clearly this is popular. I just noticed that right now. And now I'm convinced that you absolutely need to know what's going on here. With a title like that, you absolutely need to know what's going on here. So ambience-wise, did its job completely. For sure. But I would need to absolutely know what part of the game that plays. And I'm gonna, I'll probably do that on my own time. I'll probably actually go look at where this plays or something without trying to spoil too much, if that's even possible. But I'm gonna maybe assume that that's not gonna be easy, because I have a feeling this is pretty significant. So, yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. But yeah, thank you for the request, and we move on to the rest of the request by this person. And speaking of, if you want to get your request in, you could do so as well on Patreon or PayPal. You can hit me up there. Those are guaranteed ways I will check out your song, regardless of what it is. Don't let this deter you away. If you still want to send me something that you think is ambient, then go ahead. Go ahead. But don't let the opinion of one person on the internet, dictate your life. It should never be that way. But I also wanted to give a special shout out to the BRM, Zenreax, Fly, and Jackie for being Platinum Trophy supporters. Thank you guys so much. And Garvin, happy birthday to you. And that's it. Until the next time, dudes and dudettes, my name is Jesse. This was Mass Effect 2, my introduction to Mass Effect 2, or any Mass Effect. Let's see what happens in the future. Take it easy.